Welcome back YouTubers to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel and you've just landed on my page for today and you're wondering what I'm all about, basically I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories, this is features of syndrome, OCD, along with tips and advice along the way with some of the management of your personal struggles of your mental health versus just maybe your general health, whatever it may be. I also do some words of encouragement and alignments for you all as a support person, advocate, mentor or what have you. So I'm hoping I'll be your girl for this form of support. So it has been brought to my attention, as I said, that I'm trying to tidy up some of the series of the narcissist slash psychopathic kind of series as well, which it's going to be a real big broad topic, but I'm going to try and keep most of these as short and brief as possible and maybe not as many videos, because I know even though I'm going to probably get the at me or whatever it may be, maybe a bit of hate in it, but as I said, I feel in my heart right now to share these, especially because some of this is showing signs of what I used to go through and whatnot, and hopefully within this time period of when I'm sharing these with you all, that maybe we can look out for the warning signs together. If you guys are in a relationship and stuff, maybe if they are prevalent of the red warning signs, do seek help or get out of the relationship if you feel unsafe about it all and whatnot. Like I said, I don't ever condone anyone to do self-harm or anything of that matter. So it has been brought to my attention, as I said, these are going to be under these playlistings of the psychopath versus narcissistic playlisting series, Help Central, even though some of this will also cover some types of abuse and whatnot, as well as maybe some other bits and pieces besides the, psychopath versus, the narcissist series, even though it will be broken down bit by bit so it's easier to follow through. So hopefully you guys are enjoying them anyway, regardless of it all. So give me the like as engagement, or just showing that you like these, or just comment below for me so that I know that basically I can continue these on, even though, like I said, this needs to be addressed because obviously it's real and it does exist. It's more than ever today, and we need to be on the lookout with our sharp eyes. So let's begin this. This one's all about emotional abuse. So the first question is, what is emotional abuse? Emotional abuse is just one of the many forms of abuse that people can and will experience sometime in their lifetime, regardless what it is, while being in a relationship or even maybe a friendship, regardless what it be. Many times people often maybe, think that with that someone that they're with, that the physical abuse that they may have tolerated for many years before the emotional abuse started, that it is well acceptable. No, it's not. I'll tell you this now. This is not 100% true. You see, basically, they reckon that the emotional abuse does more damage than the physical, because obviously, it can do more harm than good. It can ruin your mindset of everything, as well as your mental health state, basically. And you just got to remember, though, even though emotional abuse doesn't leave physical scars, however, it can have a huge impact on your confidence and self-esteem and other, body worth that you see yourself in when you were maybe that confident young woman or what have you. And basically, majority of the time, the emotional abuse can be taken for guys and girls that, can be the abuser. It can be either or. Obviously there are two types of emotional abuse, however, and usually it may not be noticeable at first sort of thing, so it comes on subtly. It just, it comes over a short period of time. The aim for emotional abuse is to chip away at basically at a person's feelings of self-worth and independence that they feel in themselves. This is quite a common form of abuse, however, as this shows basically power, control, manipulation that is maintained in and within the relationship, regardless of it all, because obviously most of the time the abuser will like to try and feed on our fears, our worries, our hurt, and some form of reaction that we give. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about in this emotional abuse, of all about emotional abuse, is types of emotional abuse. There are many types of emotional abuse, and the ones to look out for, as illustrated, as warning signs, are little. This consists of obviously yelling, insulting, or swearing at someone. Rejection, pretending not to notice someone's presence, or just not wanting to actually allow for that person to participate in a conversation, so they blunt maybe avoid conversation and confrontation as some sort. Put downs, which will consist of name calling, public embarrassment and humiliation, calling someone stupid, blaming others for everything that they haven't done or have done. Being afraid, causing someone to be afraid, intimidated or even threatened. Isolation, limiting their freedom rights, obviously, or limiting of freedom of movement, stopping someone from seeing or contacting people around them like their friends or family. Money, controlling someone's money, withholding money, preventing someone from working, stealing or taking money. Bullying, purposely and repeatedly doing something hurtful to someone. Okay, obviously the signs of emotional abuse to look out for, or as I said before, there are 30 signs. There could be more, obviously, but I'm going to bring out 30 tiers and hopefully maybe we can learn something along the way. Number 1, the abuser will humiliate you, put you down or make fun of you in front of people. Number 2, the abuser regularly demeans you, disregards your opinions, ideas and suggestions. Number 3, they use sarcasm, teasing to put you down or make you feel bad about yourself. Number 4, they accuse you for being too emotional, too sort of in order to deflect the abusive remarks that they put on you. Number 5, they tend to treat and control you like a child. Number 6, they correct or chastise your behaviours. Number 7, you feel like you need permission to make decisions or to go out somewhere. 8, they tend to control all the finances and how you spend your money. Number 9, they belittle and trivialise you, your accomplishments, your hopes, dreams and visions. Number 10, they try to make you feel that they're always right and you're always wrong. Number 11, they give you disapproving or contemptuous looks or body language. Number 12, they regularly point out your flaws, imperfections, mistakes and shortcomings. Number 13, they accuse or blame you of things you know yourself aren't true. Number 14, they have the inability to laugh at themselves and can't tolerate others laughing at them. Number 15, they're intolerant of any seeming lack of respect. They make sort of thing. Number 16, they make excuses for their behaviours, try to blame others and have difficulty apologising. Number 17, they repeatedly cross your boundaries and ignore your requests. Number 18, they blame you for their problems, unhappiness and life difficulties. 19, they call you names, give you unpleasant labels or make cutting remarks. Number 20, they're emotionally distant or emotionally unavailable most of the time. 21, they resort to pouting or withdrawal to get attention or attain what they want when they want it. 22, they don't show you any empathy or compassion. 23, they play the victim and try to deflect blame to you other than taking responsibility for themselves. 24, they disengage or use neglect or abandonment to frighten you. 25, they don't seem to notice or care about your feelings. 26, they view you as an extension of themselves rather than as an individual. 27, they withhold sex as a way to manipulate and control you. 28, they share personal information about you to others. 29, they deny or invalidate the emotional behaviours when being confronted. And last but not least, number 30, they make subtle threats or negative remarks with the intent to frighten or control you. Okay, my advice here to end this is basically, does any of the warning signs that I'm sharing with you all ring alarm bells or raising red flags to you? The first step, if you feel that you are being emotionally abused, is to recognise these signs and that it's happening and it's real. If you do see any of the signs of emotional abuse, as I've mentioned, that the next step is to be real and honest with yourself to regain the power that you once had back to stop the abuse. Only you can be the one to break free from this cycle or change so that you can then begin to heal. I know that this is a scary and painful thought or decision for you to make, But it's well worth knowing and acknowledging that there is a problem, and it's not you, however, it's not your fault, but their own. The stress of an emotional abuse will eventually catch up on you, basically, or anyone, before you realise it, in a form of an illness. You can't allow it to happen anymore. It's time to break up and let go of that person if you feel the need. You can get through this with the right support. You'll need to seek some guidance with the right support, be it through counsellors, your family, friends, or whoever you want to trust, to help you navigate walk through the pain and fears of leaving this relationship behind, and work with you to rebuild your self-esteem. You may question yourself, can an emotional abuser change? Yes, it can be possible, I believe, if they so decide to want to change and want to change and recognise the abusive patterns and the damaging effects that is caused by them. However, learned behaviours and feelings of entitlement and privilege are difficult to change. However, abusers tend to enjoy the power they feel, so basically, again, it's by choice for them to change if they want to change their way of thinking and whatever else. So this ends quickly, basically. What is emotional abuse? Give me a like for thumbs up for support, comment below, follow me on my social media sites listed below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so that you can see me on the daily or what have you, or what I get up to. Don't forget to turn the notification bell on so that you know that there's new content on its way. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends, like I said, because most of these right now I feel on my heart to share, to hopefully allow you guys to share it around, to create this awareness and understanding so that we can know what's going on. So enough for the do, guys. Thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out.